How to learn anything 10 times faster. Learning is probably the most important activity in our entire life because the more we learn, the better our lives will be. But what if we can speed up how fast we can learn? What if we can be better students of life, business, languages, or anything we want to learn? In this video, we'll be sharing with you 8 tips on how you can learn anything 10 times faster. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Number 1. Study like a teacher. One of my business mentors once told me, if you want to be a great entrepreneur, teach other people whatever you learn about entrepreneurship. Do you want to learn faster? Learn to teach. Reports from students and scholars consistently prove that those who study to teach or for presentations learn and retain faster under those circumstances than others. Be the teacher you need, not the one you deserve. This method works because when preparing to teach, it becomes important to structure the lesson into a coherent and consistent method. This alone requires a certain depth of understanding of the concepts involved. Usually, this is because the teacher has to pull information from multiple sources, then assimilate and summarize into tenable material. What if you are not actually going to teach? All the same, trick your brain into it. Even better, teach yourself in front of a mirror. Number 2. Find your reason for learning. I read from about 200 books about entrepreneurship between my ages 18 to 21 because I knew my life will be terrible if I don't become a successful entrepreneur. Learning for the sake of learning has its own appeal, but it doesn't seem to appeal to most, not really. So, if you find yourself trying to learn something, ask yourself, why am I doing this? No, really, roll your eyes if you have to. I think it is madness to perform an action without reason. Wouldn't you agree? When you get your answer, which sometimes will come after several more whys, hold on to it. Write it down so you don't forget it. If you know why you must learn what you want to learn, you'll be inspired to learn 10 times faster than everyone. Let purpose drive your learning. Understand why you must learn what you are learning, and you'll learn faster. Number 3. Be stress-free before learning. An experimental study by German cognitive psychologist L. Schwabe and O. Wolf shows how learning while stressed decreases memory recall. This should go without saying, but I'm saying anyway. Good health is the foundation for every good performance as far as physical exertion is concerned. To learn faster, stay hydrated, nourished, and relaxed. This will improve overall processing and allow you to learn faster. Number 4. Optimize your speed. People who read fast can learn faster than slow readers. Let's say it takes me 10 minutes to read an article and it takes you 5 minutes to read the same article. This implies that you could read twice as much as I in the same amount of time, and all other factors being equal, memorize twice as fast. So, in a general sense, being able to experience faster will translate to faster learning. However, don't get hung up on speed and start rushing things. Instead, improve your speed by repetition and efficiency. Number 5. Address your emotions. I taught some kids a few years ago, and 2 brothers were part of the sessions. The younger brother caught on very quickly and seemed to be in his element. The elder brother, however, seemed to be slow and whiny. "It's not working," he cried. "I can't do it." So I went to him. "What's wrong?" I asked. He opened up and said, "My brother is getting it right, but I can't do it. They would compare me to my brother and I am older. Why can't I do it? Why is it not working?" I had to take his eyes and mind completely off his brother for some time by separating them so he could focus on the task and then accomplish it, proving to him that he could, in fact, do it. I learned that day that it wasn't that he couldn't do it, nor that it wasn't working, but that he wasn't focusing on the task. He was worried and anxious. Worry and anxiety rob us of focus. If you want to learn faster, take care of your emotions. Make sure you are in the right state of mind, or else you won't learn fast. Number 6. Learn more to learn more. In the book, How Learning Works, 7 Research-Based Principles for Smart Teaching, the author claims that learning is a process that leads to change, which occurs as a result of experience and increases the potential for improved performance and future learning. Studies have shown that the more you learn correctly, the more you can learn. This is because you learn best when you are able to make meaningful connections between what you are learning and what you have learned. A simple example of this is how you must learn the concept of numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 first, before concepts like addition and subtraction, before multiplication and division. Just like learning to hold a pen before learning to write, the latter predicated upon the former. Because everything in our brain is interwoven with one another, the more you learn, the faster you can learn. So if you want to learn 10 times faster, be a dedicated learner. Number 7. Reward yourself to learn more. You wonder why gambling is addictive? Why social media is the bane of concentration? Numerous researches and experiments in recent times have found that this reward-motivated behavior forms as a result of dopamine release in the brain caused by a reward system, which causes the subjects to have the right response in order to gain the reward. This cognitive development, called motivational salience, is a conditioned response and can be applied to increase productivity in learning. If you want to learn faster, you could also employ a reward and penalty system. Nothing like a penalty to keep you motivated, and nothing like a good reward to keep you doubly motivated. This is not for the sake of adding stress, but for excitement, to keep the task enjoyable and to keep you motivated. So for example, if you're a gamer like me, you could set a target. Until you meet a certain learning requirement every day, no gaming. Have a friend or family member enforce it if you can't trust yourself to comply. Reward yourself into being a faster learner. Number 8. Learn, sleep, learn. Neuroimaging studies have shown results that suggest that new memories may be consolidated in the sleeping brain when observed activation patterns mirror those recorded while learning. Aloha Paula, 2007. Several studies have shown that getting sufficient sleep between learning tasks and testing improves consolidation and recall of memories. Consolidation is the strengthening of the neural connections in the brain. What this means is that while you sleep, your brain organizes, pretty much like what you do consciously when you sit at the end of a long day and recount the activities of the day. So, to take advantage of this operation of the brain, take study naps. Learn using improved learning techniques. Remember, baby steps, then sleep. Wake up, rinse, and repeat. Be consistent. That way, you learn effectively while learning to learn efficiently. In summary, if you want to learn anything 10 times faster, understand why you must learn such a thing. Learn it like a teacher and teach it if possible. Reward your brain for learning so it can do more. Learn, sleep, and learn again. Optimize your speed. Take care of your emotion. Practice, 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 because we only learn how to learn by learning. Thank you for watching our videos. We'd like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other videos we handpicked for you to enjoy next. We love you.